Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're underway here.
In Lille-UNL, Peter, I think we have one of Germany's greatest enigmas, one of the most decorated players, but it's a career plagued and cut short, unfortunately, by injuries.
I guess you can empathise with that.
Yeah, there's always that element of how good could he have been?
Despite it all, though, he did win 3 European titles and 3 league titles. He was a world champion, and all of that in 8.5 years, which says quite a lot about him.
Not bad.
Gnabry. Lobbed in behind. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Balde. Ansu Fati. Balde.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He gets big! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Fernando Torres.
Clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. There's the header! Gets good distance on it. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Now it's Gnabry. Can he finish? Goal, Germany!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the game's first significant moments, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Raya. And Mosquera. Gnabry with a definite foul there. Ansu Fati. He's had a hit! Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Listen, I'm not sure he had to go at that first time, but at least he showed some good confidence.
Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Chow. And he's gone looking for safety. Germany looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Yamal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Musiala. Musiala going face-to-face with his great rival. Mukoko! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Pedri. And here's Gnabry. Gnabry showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Valde. Now it's Ansu Fati. He's in plenty of space here. And he was alert to it. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Kimmich. Lille-UNL. Hermes. Kimmich. Pedri. Some really good ball movement. And the shot! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they must have. Never know when they're beaten. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kimmich has a look and plays it forward. Musiala.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Gnabry tries making a foray down the right. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Gnabry. Can he latch on to this? A real chance if he can get through. Terrific header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Shifted upfield. Mosquera calmly anticipates. Kimmich. Oh, easy pickings there. Played out towards the right wing. Lille-UNL. Pavlovic. Musiala is in a really good position out wide. It's run loose, who's going to get there? A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Changes made by neither side, from what we understand. Kimmich. And it's Gnabry. Musiala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Out to the right. Pavlovic. Oh, this looks sharp. Musiala. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Kimmich. Great ball if he can get there. And he's intervened well there. And here's Gnabry. Musiala. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ernest pinches it off him. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Can he latch on to this? Has a go! And one more try! Goal! Spain! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Spain go into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Fernando Torres. And Ansu Fati is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Couldn't squeeze it through. Musiala! Can he get onto this? Mukoko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Yamal. Mukoko. Ernest. And there's green grass ahead of him. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 16.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So all square, and not for the first time.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about...
Yamal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Lamine Yamal just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
Spain still have the cards to affect this game. Looking for the run.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of...
Great hit! Goal, Germany! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Germany get themselves into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, there's the clearance. Havertz. It's Kimmich. And it's Fernando Torres. Gavi.
Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he's managed to get rid. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Havertz. Wirtz. Just 5 minutes remaining now. There will be a throw-in.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 9, Fernando Torres, será reemplazado por el dorsal 20.
Nice control. Valde.
Spain have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Bojdugan. Kimmich. Milikochap. Oh, he's found support out wide. Havertz. Al-Kubasi defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Kimmich. Wirtz. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That has been cut short. And that's that. Spain pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Spain absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty